Live, people, going live, people. Yeah. All right. Should be live. I wonder if it's gonna work on here for me too. Oh, Twitch is still sending data. It shows I'm streaming on UbiTubi. Let's look at it on UbiTubi. It shows I'm streaming. All right, YouTube is a working. Whoa, that really lit my face up. Come on, Twitchy. All right, there we go. Oh, maybe not. Excuse me. Hey, what up? Someone watching on UbiTubi? Sorry, my cough is bad. But let's like rant and let's rave about the new stupid, dumb Jurassic World movie. I mean, look at it on Twitch. What the fuck? Come on. Dumb. Really lighting my face up, isn't it? All right. We good. All right. We good. So then, let's chittity chat about it. It doesn't have, and now it's showing me some weird stuff on here, like upgrade on my restream thing to get rid of this thing that says restream up in the corner, but that doesn't have it on there. It doesn't have that on there, does it? By the way, sorry I'm taking so long to talk about this, but like, you know, you can always, yeah, it doesn't have it. You can always fast forward this later. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so Jurassic World. I'm going to talk about it and rant and ramble. Any of the chats that you guys, if anyone shows up in chats, I'll answer your questions or mention your comments after I'm done with my little rant review. So, spoiler review. This is Tuesday. It came out. You've had all weekend. So finally we're going to do just straight up spoilers. And I guess I'll come right out and rank it. Like, just get my cards on the table right up front. I think I'm going to give it like a 5 out of 10. It's kind of boring, kind of cringy. Way too many conveniences. The characters all have no character, basically, and it just wasn't, you know, it was just kind of blah. The only person that has character that stands out was like Jeff Goldblum. He feels kind of Ian Malcolm-ish, which is good. And then they have the crazy billionaire. I don't even know if he's a billionaire, but I'm sure, yeah, he's the bad corporate business billionaire man. He was just like generally annoyed about everything that was happening. And it was like such an inconvenience to him the way he acted. And I just kind of, I don't think that was a good choice, but at least it was in something interesting, you know? Like, he kind of broke the stereotype of this billionaire, eccentric, crazy man, and he was just kind of like a goofball, a weirdo, and I kind of enjoyed that, you know? That he just got so annoyed at things, and he was just kind of like, do it, just do it, you know? And it was very amusing to me. So at least that guy had some kind of character. So the plot of the movie, I guess, let's talk about the plot real quick. We have our young character, I think her name's Macy. I want to say it's Macy, something like that. But she's the clone, and she's hidden away in the forest with Owen and Claire, who are just the worst in this movie. Not really. They just have nothing. I mean, they have so much to do, but they have like no character arcs or anything. Their whole thing is just, we got to find her, and that's it. You know, they don't have any kind of driving force besides find this girl. They don't grow or change, and they don't feel like they really have any other emotions besides dinosaurs. There's not like a lot of there's no sad emotional moments. I mean, she gets captured and they just chase after her. There's like no emotions in this movie. And that's what it's lacking. It's just lacking everything. Any of the comedy that was in this felt bad. Like, the only thing I ever laughed at was Jeff Goldblum, intentionally. And and I laughed unintentionally a couple times, just at all the convenience coincidences. It felt like when they got to this facility, there was no one else there at the facility anywhere besides that control room, and then it was them. Like, where the fuck was everybody at? It felt so empty, and the fact they just ran into each other, and then they ran into the other people, the other group, and then all these dinosaurs were here at this time, and they just showed up at random times, and it was just like, it's just too much conveniences. Like, I understand you have to have drama, you have to have something happen in your movie, but just for Claire to parachute down and then find this one dinosaur with the claws, and then and then another dinosaur come, and it's just like right there, and then that dinosaur shows up at the end to fight the other dinosaurs, and it's just like, why? I did not expect that other dinosaur to show up. And then Rexy's there, and they fight, and it's in Jurassic Park's. I like at the only thing I can think of in Jurassic Park, the first one that happens like that, is the T-Rex at the end with the raptors chasing them, and then the T-Rex is just there. But that's like a punch at the end of the movie. That's like that just came out of nowhere, but in a good way. And to be honest, I guess that was probably my favorite part of the movie, was the end fight, because it was just kind of fun and goofy. It needed more action. It needed more dinosaur fight action. And what they should have done is give no one has any personality, not even the dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs are what need the personality. Like, when you think about what was good about the other movies, the Indominus Rex, Blue, we had investment in those dinosaurs, not as just animals or they're just there, but they were like actual characters almost. Like, Blue had a personality, the raptors had a personality, the Indominus Rex was just killing people because it could, and it was just scary and vicious, and we had a lot of time with it to like learn what it was doing and where it was going, and it had some kind of personality to it, and we followed it throughout the movie. And this one, we have these predators, or they keep saying these dinosaurs are the apex predators. It's the biggest apex predator ever known to man on land or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't feel that. It didn't look much bigger than the T-Rex. Like, if you're gonna hype this thing up, like, hype it up, make it bigger. I know, like, it's not really that big. Well, whatever. This is Jurassic World. None of these fucking things are really real. So just enhance it, make it way bigger and scarier. And then, that's something. Now it has more of a personality. Or, like, I just wish we would have seen it do some more things throughout the movie. And the worst part of this is that they didn't have Blue throughout the whole movie. I wish, like, why not? Take Blue with you. Why do they have to leave it in the forest? I know it doesn't make much sense, but what else makes sense in this movie? Giant locusts attacking crops? Like, it's already silly and goofy. Imagine Blue is there with them the whole time, and she's more on their team. Like, she acts a little bit more chill. Like, she understands them a little bit more. I mean, she's supposed to be the smartest, like, animal, right? The smartest dinosaur, besides the Indoraptor. And then the Indoraptor in the second movie had personality. It had that funny scene where he kind of smiled, like it was very smart and knew things, and it was hyped up. It was like an actual thing that we were supposed to be scared of. I feel like none of these dinosaurs were hyped up. That claw dinosaur is kind of scary, but it's also kind of like it's like an herbivore, right? It's not really a carnivore, because it's eating like plants instead of animals. And I was like, okay, so it's probably this really crazy, deadly herbivore dinosaur that like just uses claws to dig or to fight off enemies or cut trees down to get to certain branches or something. So, like, but have that dinosaur more a part of the story or something. Like it just kind of come out of nowhere. Twice. It showed up, and then it showed up again, and then that was it. It like, okay. Our characters weren't invested in this dinosaur. Like, oh my gosh, look out for this thing. It's scary, and it'll chop your fucking head off with its giant-ass claws. But anyways, back to Blue. So if we talk about Blue, what happened to my chat thingy? It kind of messed up. Am I still alive? It seems like I'm still alive. Refresh. Fuck you, bitch. Still streaming. Okay. Oops, something went wrong. Bruh, the restream is a bag of dicks. It used to work so good. Now it's like fucking up. I have no idea why. Alright, we're just gonna go to this. Okay. But imagine Blue is there the whole time, and she comes with them on the plane, and maybe they keep her caged up initially, like when they go to where they need to go at first, so that she's kind of doesn't have to be like riding in the back, you know, just chilling. Like she can be in a little cage, but you can see her like laying down, and she's more chill. And then Owen's just kind of talking to her, and she understands, like she's like rah rah, you know, like she gets it. She knows what they're there to do. They're trying to find Blue. And she can understand. Like, you don't have to do sign language, no dumb shit like that. Like, she's not an ape. Maybe she just kind of understands what's going on. And later on, they have those raptors that chase after the red bullet or whatever. The red laser. Why don't they just have, like, Owen can be riding... Imagine him riding his motorcycle, and Blue is running with him, and Blue is like hitting the other raptors and like maybe like jumps on one of them and like fights them, and while Owen's also like running away from them. Like, it would have been awesome. And we like Blue. At least I do. I think she's cool. She's like a cool looking raptor. She has the blue on her. It's just cool. I think she's cool. And it's her fucking baby that they're trying to save. So who's more invested in it? And then we have like a scene later on where, you know, she sees her baby at the compound in like a thing, and she has to save it, and she fights another dinosaur. Maybe she fights the one with the claws or something. Maybe she fights, like she just does something, and she frees the baby and they run away or something. Or she's there to help them at the end with the other the big dinosaurs that come out. It's just like, or there's that one part with the feather raptor. Like, imagine Blue fighting the feather raptor while they're on the ice and stuff. It's like, that's what I want to see. The Jurassic World is still the best one. Jurassic World has all the good things that I like. The dinosaurs have personality. Owen is a fresh new character, and he has personality. He likes the animals. And Claire is this businesswoman, and she has all things that she has her motivations. The kids are there, and they're sad, and they're happy, and they have an adventure, and they're scared. And it's just like, it just kind of works so well. You get to see the park. You have the raptors. They help fight Indominus Rex. You have Indominus Rex, which is this cool, new, scary dinosaur that can camouflage and like, whoa. And then there's the big mosasaur. There's just so much going on in there. And in this world, it's pretty cool. And you know what would have been way cool if this trilogy was just planned out a little bit more. Like, imagine there's more through lines through this for things that happen, and they're set up in the other movies, and they carry on through the movies. But there's not. They just feel like so disjointed from each other. Like, Claire and Owen have the same exact story in the second movie of them falling out of love, or like, nah, we didn't really connect. And then, well, we came back together to get dinosaurs off the island, and you know what? This time it'll work. And I'm glad they did that. They stayed together this time, because at first it seemed like they were not going to be together at the start of the movie, but then he shows up and they kiss, and it's like, all right, they stayed together, good. And Macy is an okay character. I like that they explored her backstory a little bit more, to where she is like, she's a clone, but her mom was like, had her, and her genes, like edited her genes so that she's immune to the disease that she had. And she kind of can figure out that she is herself. She's not you know, her mom. She's not Charlotte. She's her own self, and it's kind of like that's a cool sci-fi like grappling with yourself kind of story. They could have explored it a little bit more, but at least I like that there's something in this that's a little bit fresh and new that I liked. Didn't love, but I liked it. The legacy characters, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, they were kind of bad, especially Laura Dern. I think she was probably the worst in this movie. It just felt like everything that she said was not believable. Everything she said, she was like unsure if she was supposed to say it the way she was supposed to say it. And that's a big part of the writing. The writing for this film, the dialogue specifically, is just kind of cringe. Sam Neill and Laura Dern talking at the start of the movie about the locusts and what's happening in their world, and them like getting together, which I thought was okay. It was kind of nice. It took way too long, but you know, it was kind of cool to see that, of like these two characters that maybe they should have been together all along, but she was the one that got away, and Sam Neill has just been kind of a lonely guy for all these years, but he has his work, and it was kind of nice to see those two characters come together and get a little smoochy smooch action, because I wanted to see it. The first movie, it kind of just seems like, you know, man, they're gonna be together after this, but there's no smoochy, there's no romance anymore, guys. But I wanted to see that, and I'm glad that these characters, maybe some people out there, I don't know how people feel about that. Maybe some people just think, nah, they shouldn't have, it just never was a thing, you know, they were just always good friends, strictly platonic. But I was like, no, like they should be together. They love dinosaurs, they had this traumatic experience, they should be together. Just like Claire and Owen should be together. And I like that Maisie came around and called them her parents at the end. Like, oh, that's sweet. She has parents. But also, why the fuck were all these dinosaurs running around where the people were supposed to be? Like, there was no safe places on this island besides, like, they had the place where you go down, or the train stopped, they get off, they climb down, and they go down into the caves, and there's just dinosaurs down there. Like, why are there just dinosaurs down there? Like, this is part of your facility, right? I know that this is like a habitat for these animals to be here and to like live and everything. But it should be separate from your canals underneath your facility. They should be able to get in there. And like every place that you would go, they're just dinosaurs there. And it's like, and he gets out of at the very end, the bad guy gets out, and he's walking down this ventilator place, and it's like, okay, well, this obviously has a reason to be here, you know, for maintenance or anything like that. Why can dinosaurs just get inside there? You know, maybe they just broke the door down, but then why would they think to do that? Why would they want to do that? They bite on this metal door to open it up to explore? Are there dinosaurs cats now that have just curious to get into places that are metallic and, you know, different? Like, they have all this fucking foliage and they're looking for food and stuff. I don't know why they're messing around, getting into doors, and I don't know. It's just so weird and doesn't make sense. All right. I had one guy show up, and then he asked some questions, but I can't see him anymore because I think I'm kind of done with my rant. I gave it a 5 out of 10, like I said. I think it's the worst one of the trilogy, and it's kind of sad that Colin Trevorrow came back to direct this one after skipping the second one. There is some kind of cool shots in this movie. The style is fine. Nothing sticks out as like bad. If they feel kind of similarly shot to the other ones. Rewatching the second one a little bit on the other day on YouTube, some of the shots in the second one are really like interesting and cool. And I'll still always say that one of the coolest and best things about the entire Jurassic World trilogy is that opening scene for Jurassic World 2 with the T-Rex coming out of the shadows and the guys in the helicopters trying to get the bone from the Indominus underwater. And that whole scene was just, I just loved that. Like, it felt so cool and unique. And I wish that we could have had kind of like different stories instead of having our same characters in each one. Since I didn't really have a plan for these characters, and I mean, after the first one, whatever, we can have new characters. Why not focus on a new group each movie? So we would have had Jurassic World, then Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And we have new groups of characters each time that do something related with the dinosaurs, you know? Why do we always have to bring back the same characters? Especially if you don't have them connected to anything in the other stories, you know? Like in Fallen Kingdom, just replace, just say that Owen never comes back and Claire doesn't go back to the island. Like, focus on some other guys that go to the island that also have some connection to the gambling thing that happens. Not gambling, black market betting thing that happens later. Have them be tied into that, so that at least makes more sense when it goes down. I don't know, just spitballing here. But they just did not have the trilogy planned out, and they had to make up a new story. Like, okay, what do we do now? You know, what do we do now? But my biggest complaint is just dinosaurs had no personality, and I would have loved to see Blue throughout the whole movie. They could have done it. They just didn't do it. I don't know why. Have more dinosaur fights, because that was the best part, and I wanted to see more dinosaur fights. I was like, oh yeah, and there's a lot of Easter eggs in this movie too. I noticed a bunch whenever, you know, the T-Rex looks like he's dying, and then it zooms in on his eye a little bit with the light comes over and it shrinks his pupil, just like the first movie. And there was a bunch of other ones when it walks by that little circle. It's like, haha, there's the logo. I get it. If it was a skeleton, it would be the logo. And it's sad. I'm sad I have to shit on Jurassic Park because it's literally my favorite movie. The first Jurassic Park is my favorite movie. Look at this. I got my Rexy tattoo just because it's my favorite movie. And I think dinosaurs are so cool. And the skeletons dinosaurs are cool. And it's just a sad day now. But oh well. It's just a movie. I'll probably watch it again one more time just to validate my feelings. And then I'll just watch the first Jurassic Park again. And Jurassic Park 3. I should rank them. Let's rank them real quick. Jurassic Park. Jurassic World. Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 2. Yeah, golly, that's kind of sad. Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic Park Dominion. That's 6. You can probably convince me to switch Fallen Kingdom and The Lost World, because The Lost World is just super long and kind of boring to me. But it does have Steven Spielberg directing and some good character stuff with with Ian Malcolm, and it has 2 T-Rexes, and it has the ending scene with all of the people in San Francisco or whatever. There's some dumbass stuff though, like how the guy's hand is just stuck on the wheel, like the T-Rex got in there and just ate the whole captain besides his hand that's still on the wheel. Some dumb stuff like that. It makes no sense, but it looks cool visually. That's some Spielberg nonsense. But you can convince me to flip those 2, because I'm not really in love with any of those 2. You can't make me budge on Jurassic World 3 though, Jurassic Park 3 as the 3rd best film, because I just love that Spinosaurus, and I wasn't aware of the controversy that killing the T-Rex was such a bad thing. People hated that, but I was like, oh shit, this means business. This guy means business, like, and I wasn't super attached to the T-Rex. Now I am. I like it a lot, but back then I was just like, whoa, And I seen this movie a lot as a child. I was like really young when it came out. I had it on DVD and VHS, I think. I still have the VHS tape. I have it in there. So I watched it a lot as a kid, and the visual effects, I think, still look good. They put a lot of work into the Spinosaurus, the T-Rex. Like, The raptors are a big part of it. And guess what? They have personality. They want their eggs back. They have a purpose to be there. And they have personality. Just give the dinosaurs personality. I'll say it one more time before I end the video or the stream. So thanks, everybody. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate you a lot. Follow me on Twitch. Or you can also just watch me here on YouTube, I guess, because this is streaming to YouTube now, too. But if you want a higher quality stream, I think Twitch's streams are a little bit more higher quality. So you can follow me there, and then you can watch on Twitch. Yay! But anyways, that was it for me. I'll see you in the next video.